last minute thing. The lighting's not brilliant. I think it's okay. And oh look, we've got people here already. Brilliant. Stop saying hey that's not an that's an hello love a bit of live sampling. Hey Ty, hello there. Drawn by is here. Hello, hope you've been keeping away from finger biting wildlife. I have. And Scott as well. Hey Scott, good to see you. And right, and Rich Mitch is here as well. So we are here to test some samples that Rich Mitch sent me. They arrived just today. He sent them, I think you sent them yesterday, didn't you? Or was it the day before? I feel like I look like a ghost. Yeah, we don't see much of Scott, do we, these days? Sometimes comments in a group that I'm in, but not much on YouTube. I have got an unboxing to do as well, so we'll do that first. Let's get my scissors. Let's try not to injure myself. I know this this angle is not great. Let me just try and tip it down like that. How about that? I feel like, I tell you what it is, it's that light, it's got a crackle. That light up there has got a crackle glass effect. I probably can show you. Like, oh yeah, see? So that's why I look like I've got this weird ghosty pattern on me. So Scott's saying he's been very lazy. I doubt that. Right, so yeah, we can do this unboxing first. Let me all know how are you doing and if you are wearing a fragrance, what are you wearing? So this box was waiting for me when I got home from work in my storage box. Love that. And I know what it is because I ordered it. And let's try not to injure myself. I have done this, I've injured myself live on camera before. And then recently John's done the same thing. John sent his snowdrop. He injured himself. It's always funny when you catch these things on camera, I think. So I'm just trying to get through the squelette tape. We have multicoloured packing peanuts. It's like pilau rice instead of plain rice, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Oh, there's some little S's in there as well. Right then, Dusan is here. Hey Dusan, says let's put some new stuff to the test. Rich Mitch is the best. It's almost a poem. So I'm going to have to tip these out onto the chair beside me to reveal the package. So the package is in here. Pull that out. Here it is. And this is one off my wish list. If anyone wants to guess, go ahead. I don't think you're going to get it though. Hey Tracy, Tracy's here, Comfort Incense, and John, Scented Snowdrops. Oh, and Valentina as well. Hey Valentina. I think Valentina's going to be very interested in some of these if she hasn't or if she doesn't know them already, in the samples anyway. Ty says, I'm doing fine, very busy at the moment, but it's nice to have some time to myself tonight, smelling the remnants of Obsession and Chiara that I sprayed this morning. What is Chiara? Chiara is an Italian word, I believe, for Claire. It's if I ever had a female child, a baby girl, I would have liked to have called her Chiara. That's probably too late for that. So let's get into this. So is anyone going to guess what I've got here? Oh, it's Revlon. Okay, Revlon Chiara. I will look it up. Is it? I take it it's like an old-fashioned one. This is very well. Got lots of bubble wrap here for me to recycle. I love packaging. So when I sell stuff, I've got free packaging. So, right. Anyone guessing yet? You can tell it's not like high-end niche because high-end niche doesn't come like this, and it is brand new. I have bought this directly from the person that makes it. Anyone guess it? There we have a nice red velvet bag. Is it that brand you sampled? Well, yes, but be more specific. Probably can't remember the name of it. Centauri and no. Ah, you're right, Em. You are spot on, Em. Virgin, because I see VW makes me think of Virgin Island water, so I was going to call you Virgin Valentina. Love the pouch. Yes, nice, isn't it? Yeah, these things are so handy for all sorts of things. Here we go then. There it is. Black Rose Musk. So this has been on my want list for a little while. This is Juliet Parfums. This is a really nice bottle. This is different to the other bottle that I've got, which is I'm Dreaming of a Rose, which I actually have on my hand. Took to work with me today. But this is feels like a really nice quality, sort of thick glass. It's really lovely. Em says, oh, it's pretty. Scented Snowdrop says, pretty bowl. Scott is rocking Mask Milano, lost Alice in memoriam. Yes, very, very sad news. Now I'm going to forget his name, which is it Bruno? Bruno? One of the owners of Mask Milano sadly passed away. So that news has obviously been going around Fredcom. So yeah, Black Rose Musk was on my want list. I ended up getting I'm Dreaming of a Rose first, which I thought I was definitely going to get Black Rose Musk, and I was kind of like, I might need I'm Dreaming of a Rose, and then I'm Dreaming of a Rose crept up on me and I really had to have it, so I went for that one first. Hey Jimbo says, hi Smurfs and Smurfettes. So on here with Black Rose Musk. So as I say, I wanted this for quite a while. Back the first time I sampled it live, and I was amazed. It's an incensey, dark, sort of gothic-y, powdery, resinous, musky rose. Yeah, I'm happy to have that. I'm so happy to have that. The fragrances are really strong. The I'm Dreaming of a Rose, even though it's not like really heavy, will last me an entire 12-hour shift. And the oil, you can see the oil concentration is quite high. It's not an oil slick, but it's quite definitely potent. So yeah, to me it's a gothic, dark, musky, almost peppery, dried incense kind of rose. Yeah, this is honestly, if you put this in a top end niche bottle at top end niche prices, no one would complain. It is so good. It definitely smells niche. It doesn't have any sort of mass appealing, insipid qualities. It's totally niche. It could be some very small niche brand, and it is obviously a small indie brand, and I am absolutely loving it. So happy to have it. Yes. I'm just going to double check there's no samples in here. I didn't order any, but just in case. I know she did. Oh, we have one. I did see that she released a new one. So yeah, she sent me a sample. Let's see what it is. I was kind of hoping it'd be the new. Actually, there's a couple of new ones. There was a rose one, which I was hoping. I think this might be it. Yeah, I saw this on her Instagram. So Juliet Rose Perfumes. I saw this on her Instagram and I was very curious. I'm not sure if this is the rose one. There was a couple of new releases very recently. Tice as well. I might have to get myself some. Visit Hull. Hello, Visit Hull. So sounds like my granny's funeral. Yeah, it's it's definitely niche. I mean, it maybe even has a slight potpourri quality to it, but it's more gothic. It's I think that's just the rose and the dryness of it makes me think of potpourri, but it's also dark gothic, spicy and resinous, but a little bit sweet. Definitely worth trying. The samples are great and they're really well priced, so you don't have to go and blind buy anything from Juliette Rose Perfumes, because the samples are really generous, very affordable. I think they're all less than £4 for this quite a big size. I don't know if they're probably there's probably a 3 ml, there's probably 2.5 ml inside the bottle, so plenty to try. And shipping's very cheap, so yeah, totally recommend giving them a go. I saw Peter's in the house. Peter's here. Hey Peter. And where are they based? They're in the UK. I couldn't tell you whereabouts, Valentina, but yeah, in the UK. One lady, she's been making soaps and things for many years, soaps and perfumes, and yeah, I must try some of her other products. But anyhow, let's try Carabosse. This is Wicked Fairy. We'll have to do it on paper because I've got perfume on. I've got home from work. Obviously, I haven't showered because I can't be bothered. I'm only going to bed. I'll be showering tomorrow, so my skin is not that clean. Today I wore Chanel. What's it called? Valentina, you know, the one I love the most from Chanel exclusives. Why can't I think of it? Rue Cambon. 31? 31 Rue Cambon. And I've done a 12-hour shift. Yeah, thank you, Valentina. Done a 12-hour shift, including, and on top of that, driven to work, driven home, done stuff at home. So 14 hours in, if not longer, is still really present. So 31 Rue Cambon is, in terms of longevity, is monstrous, and it's not even just a skin scent. So anyway, and that's current formulation. Carabosse from Juliette Rose Perfumes. Let's see what this is. I know it had some gourmand notes, but it has some very intriguing notes as well. Let's see, what is this? It's nice. I don't know what it is though. I think it's a rose. Kind of sort of clean, almost like a slight soapiness to it. Soap, lotion, aldehydes. That's why I'm thinking that. It's got aldehydes. The sort of aldehydes. So it's not the sort of aldehydes that are in the new Francesca Bianchi. So not like really fizzy, more like those soapy, smooth, creamy aldehydes. Cleaner than I would have expected from the sort of colouring, the darkness, the richness. But it definitely has more going on, like a little bit of a fruity sweetness in there. It smells like a good perfume, like a proper perfume. And I don't know why I sound amazed at that. I think it's because the price point's really good. So a 30 ml bottle is around the 50 to 60 pound mark, I think. The bigger the bottle, the better you sort of price per mil you get, as with everything. Yeah, there's just a touch of gourmand, but I'd say at the moment it's more about the clean, smooth, slightly soapy aldehydes. Really nice. I do need to test it on skin. You just cannot tell, especially with things like, I think things like aldehydes, iris and musk, those sort of things, they need to go on skin. I like this though, so that is really nice. And we're gonna get on now with Rich's samples that he sent me quite a few. And let's just see. Yeah, she's on Etsy. She has got a website as well for her soaps, but I've ordered from Etsy myself. I'm not sure if you can get everything on her own website. Jim's has found them on Etsy. What are we sniffing? We are. So just quickly recap. I just smelled a new one from Juliette Rose Perfumes called Carabos, and I'm getting like a slightly spicy, almost like a ginger biscuit. So I've still got the clean, smooth aldehydes, but just a slightly syrupy spice that's almost like a gingery biscuit or something. But you know, this is just what my nose is saying. It's probably got the notes all wrong. The only thing I would stake my life on is aldehydes. But yeah, that's really nice. So let's do Rich's samples. I won't stay too long because I've been yawning all day. I've just done 3 12-hour day shifts where I've had to drive to the office, so they're longer days than home working days, if you know what I mean. And I never get enough sleep when I'm getting up at 4:45. It's horrible at that time in the morning. No one wants to get up that early. It's yeah, it's not good. Right, let's get all of these out. Pop them here. So we've got a good selection of stuff from Rich. I think I'm going to start with the lightest colour juice. So no rhyme or reason apart from I'm looking at the colours of the juice, and I'm going to go with the lightest looking ones to start with. So probably this one. Oh, this is the star of the show. This is the one that I have to also be careful of my battery. So that's another. Oh yeah, if 23 people are watching, that is great. Thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, of course, a like would be fab. If you like it. If you don't like it, you can put the thumbs down or not do anything at all. If you're watching and you haven't said anything yet because you're a little bit shy, that's okay. But maybe just post a little emoji so that we know you're here. Post an emoji of a snack or food that you've enjoyed today. So this is the star of the show actually. This is the one that Rich offered to send me because I'm so curious, and it is Iris Silver Mist from Serge Lutens. So we are just going, it said ism, I was about to go, what's ism? ISM. So we're going to go on here. Jimbo had a banana today. And, oh hello Amethyst Glow Chicken, oh lovely. Valentina, ooh, I knew you'd get excited. Have you tried it, Valentina? Pacific or a cigarette? And I can't see what that bug. Oh Ty, you can't eat bugs. So we're not doing that. Scented snowdrop. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. You're gonna have wind. Drawn by, I think that's grapes and a banana. Okay, well, I'm glad to see lots of you are getting some of your 5 a day. That's really good. I don't believe. Oh, I had some lettuce in my Big Mac, so I probably didn't quite make one of my 5 a day with that. Right, so Iris, I really want to put this on skin at least. So up here we're clean. We're going on skin with the Iris, okay? Because that's just, it would be sacrilege not to do that. Right, we are on skin. I'm not breathing in just yet. Ooh. Oh, it's dense. It's a dense iris. Emma, I ate my own weight in Cantonese food. Oh, lovely. Eric, hey Eric, exciting. And I think that's cheese for we are. Oh, so Valentina said, yes, I adore it. Unfortunately, unavailable to purchase online now. Rich managed to find it on eBay. I think you said you paid roughly, was it roughly what it would be retail? It's a very, I see what you're saying. Rich says it smells really carroty. And I see what he's saying, rooty. But there's also this little sharp, not exactly sour, but sort of, how do I explain it? it's unusual. It might not be sweet enough for my taste, but I was kind of thinking it might be green. Rich said it's not that green, and it's not that green because I'm sure I read there was galbanum in here, but I wouldn't pick up on that at the moment. It probably does lean a touch green, but yeah, it's kind of thick, not in a like cloying way, almost waxy, like smelling melted wax candles, unscented. Yeah, waxy and crayons. It smells like crayons and candles. But it's interesting. As I'm sniffing, my eyes are going over to a lamp I've got over there. It's all these different shades of purples and blues and some green leaves, and it just feels so appropriate. Yeah, it's hard to get the wax out of my head. Candles and crayons. I mean, I'm definitely doing a well-loved classic a disservice here. So it's Iris, Silver Mist, Hello Fosco. So Valentine says, I love her earthy it is and it will develop. Okay. Yeah, it's getting a touch lighter already. Almost I feel a really clean, soft wood coming through, like really soft, not dark, not heavy. But I would say vegetal, as Rich said, carroty, vegetal, but definitely waxy for me. Fosco says I get a big clove in that. I don't think I do at the moment. A quiet or a beast. So I'd say it's fairly strong, but I wouldn't call it a beast. It's the nature of it is like carroty, musky, full on iris. So it doesn't smell like a beast mode perfume, if that makes sense. But it has got a density to it. So not quiet, not a beast. It's in the middle at the moment. Really interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to fall in love because I do need a bit of sweetness and I don't feel like I'm getting any sweetness at the moment. Scented snowdrop sounds rather nice. It is rather nice. Yeah, I do get a real touch of clean woods. I almost like an ISOE, but it might be cedar. Might be cedar, but it could be a little touch of ISOE super in here. Lizzie's here. Hey Lizzie. Ooh, just noticed you're live. What are you sniffing, Smurf? Iris Silver Mist from Serge Lutens. And Ty says, Iris can be very waxy to me. I'd happily smell like a crayon all day. Yeah, I think this will do the trick. Yeah, it's getting a lighter. It's making me feel like it's called mist, and I can see mist when I'm smelling it. Papery as well. I think I was saying woody. That's going papery to me. Like underneath the waxy, carroty iris, it's just a sheet of paper. So you've got these different textures. That the iris is moist, the wax, and you know the wax is obviously moist, but then you've got this paper that's very dry. So it's both together, dry and moist. I know Lizzie loves the word moist, so I'm going to keep on saying it. And sorry, my eyes are really bad. All the P's and S's. I can't read your name properly. Ciao. What are you testing now? So it's Iris Silver Mist. Iris Silver Mist. Ty says the name brings to mind ghouls, ghosts, and other concealed spirits. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Have I smelled low Papillon? I don't think so, Rich. Sounds pleasant. You don't seem too impressed though. Oh God, moist. I would say that I think it's, I can understand the love because it does smell like it's got a lot of iris. It's got some great textures and nuances. It smells really good, but it might not be sweet enough for me to fall in love with it. But I think I understand the hype. Yeah, I need to test it more. So we're going to pop that to one side for now because we've got lots to do and I'm not sure how, on the battery status. So next one is another Serge Lutens and it is Santal Blanc. I don't know that I'd ever heard of this, and Rich Mitch offered up his entire collection of Serge Lutens for me to choose samples from, and I do enjoy sandalwood if it's not too dry. I like a more moist or creamy, richer sandalwood, and anything with the word blanc in it always has my attention because I'm a big fan of things that are musky and ethereal and clean. So Santal Blanc just sounded so interesting. Hello Alicia, good to see you. She says Gallivant Bukhara was really waxy to me. Yeah, I get that, and I actually get some similarity. Yes, do you know what? Alicia, it's so funny you say that. This smells quite a lot like Bukhara. As soon as you said that, it's not the same, but it has a lot in common. Rich Mitch, have you tried Bukhara? If not, I must send you some. You must have. Bukhara is probably more, it's got that jasmine in it, so it's a little more floral, but there's a lot in common here. Right, anyway, let's get on with Santal Blanc. Pop that down here. Oh, that's nice. So am I getting a white floral or a rose or a combination? It's quite fresh, sort of sharp, not sharp in a bad way, but it's quite sharpish. And floral, I can't remember the notes. I'm definitely getting floral, but I couldn't tell exactly what. It feels like a little combination of white florals and a little bit of rose. And then a sandalwood that's a bit like the sandalwood in Santal Majuscule, which I really like. It's got a lot more character than, say, for example, the Le Labo one that everyone loves, Santal 33. Whilst it's very nice, I don't find the sandalwood has much character. It's kind of, it might be a synthetic maybe, I don't know, but this has that, it definitely has a similar vibe to Santal Majuscule, except that Santal Majuscule was quite dense, chewy almost, but this, yeah, sandalwood's getting stronger. I wouldn't call it creamy though, or lactonic or anything at this point. And it also feels a bit woody, like pencil sharpenings. Yeah, pencil sharpenings. I'm getting pencil sharpenings for sure. I bet that's an official note. Oh, Rich, you need to try Bukhara. I will sort you out. Hey, Ultimate Prime, good to see you. Kate says, Iris has been a fun one to explore. It can go so many ways. Yes, I adore Iris, but I do need it in, I do need some sweetness, or I need it in certain ways, if you know what I mean. Like I won't do Iris in all the positions in the Kama Sutra. I need it in certain ways. Kate says, 7 days sampling a vintage Chanel 19 in 22 perfume dabs, but going to wear Coromandel for dinner tonight. So it's a Chanel kind of day. Vintage 19 is like a fairy tale, says Dusan. Okay, yeah, so Santal Blanc has a lot more punch to it than I expected from the name. I would think I was expecting ethereal, light, delicate, musky, clean. And I would just say this, I think it's very nice. This is more punchy. It doesn't smell like white floral anymore, so I don't know, it has got a floral nuance to it, but it is more about sandalwood. And the colour in my mind is red. The colour in my mind is the colour of Santal Majuscule's juice. It is reminding me of Santal Majuscule, but it's not as rich and punchy as that. It's woody, which it's sandalwood, but I tell you what it's reminding me of. Jo Malone's it's a black bottle, ginger lily, something and ginger lily. I used to have it. Dark amber and ginger lily. It's reminding me of that. Again, it's not the same, like it's not identical, but it's that vibe. That used to give me pencil shavings as well. And this richness, a sweetness. So if you like dark amber and ginger lily, I would think you'd probably like Santal Blanc. But to me, this smells dark and gothic and rich. And if I wouldn't expect something with Blanc, which means white, to smell like this. But I like it. So I would like to try that on my skin at some point. P's and S's says Iris Poudre is addictive, but I don't like to wear it. I've been exploring Iris through Francesca Bianchi. That's a really good way to explore Iris. Okay, so next one. Dime Blonde, D-A-I-M, Dame Blonde? Dime Blonde. I've been curious about this for ages, not because I don't think the notes appealed to me. I can't even remember what the notes are, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't curious about it because of the notes. I think it's because it's probably just because it's discontinued and quite well loved, and I was always very curious to try it. Plus it makes me think, the name makes me think of dime bars, and I was thinking, oh, maybe it will smell like a dime bar, but of course it won't. So that's kind of green and fresh, watery green, like Valentina will probably know the notes of this one. Is it a lily? It's like, is it a lily or is it a violet leaf? Yeah, very spring. Jimbo says, I have Dime Blonde and love it, more of a spring fall scent for me. Very spring. It's reminding me of something. Yeah, it's watery, slightly green, some sort of floral. Apricot and suede. Iris, apricot, suede, hawthorn. Okay, maybe the floral is a hawthorn. Is hawthorn the same as broom? This is very unusual. And I'd like to try it on my skin, and it feels very spring-like, but it's giving me more of a lily vibe. I wouldn't say at the moment I smell anything like a leather or a suede. And I don't smell apricot either. I smell musk. I smell watery, watery, lily type scent. And yeah, I'm thinking of a pond, still pond, with lots of green, lush stuff around it. Em says, I love hawthorn, small yellow, white hedgerow flowers, my favourite spring smell. I think I have a perfume that's got hawthorn in it, but is it called acacia, or am I mixing things up? If it's the same as acacia, it's a really nice floral smell that I really enjoy. There is like a 90s feel about this as well. How weird you perceive it green. I don't know if it's It's not green as in leaves, leaves, but I'm thinking of a pond and lilies. Mixing things up, okay. But there's definitely a musky feel which I like, which is probably going towards the suede. If you think of the texture of suede, I wouldn't say I smell suede, but if you think of the texture of suede, I feel like I smell the texture of suede. It's nice. It's not, it doesn't smell like the notes to me at the moment. Mimosa is acacia. Okay, hawthorn is somewhere between mimosa and neroli. Ah. Interesting. I like it. It's not my usual style, but if you said what perfume would you pick for spring, right now I would say that one. Very springy. Springy, very sort of natural-ish, but also has this 90s perfume musk about it. A very clean suede, like Hermes bag. I wouldn't know what that smells like, unfortunately. I need to wear it. I thought you had tried it before. No, I haven't tried it. Right, we've got another Serge Lutens, Douce Amir. Douce or Douce Amir from Serge Lutens. I know Rich said this has almond as a note. I can't remember what else. I think it's a white floral because it didn't sound like his cup of tea, if I'm correct. I'm not sure if is Rich still here. Are you here, Rich? Oh, okay. This is full of, at the moment, this is gourmand. It's like smelling a cake that's iced and it's fresh from the oven. I don't know if it's fresh from the oven. It's like walking into a room where there's loads of cakes. You don't know, they just hit you in the face. It's lovely. I don't know if it's too gourmand. And it's not ridiculously sweet either. It's light. Light almond, like a Madeleine sponge, like a cake sponge that's had almond flavour in. Rich is still here. Valentina says that's another gem, Artemisia and Tiare. Okay, lovely. It's so nice. Oh, I need to try this on skin. This is, so at the moment, the way it smells, and I always like to say at the moment because obviously it's on paper and I've only just sprayed it and everything changes. So at the moment, this is my idea of that perfect flormond that I love. It's a little fruitiness to it, I think. Some kind of fruit. Not citrus, like a stone fruit or something. Could be a fruit cobbler now rather than a cake. It's really nice, but it's delicate, it's light. Even though it's sort of sweet, there's a natural hint to it, so it's like a mixture of a gourmand and an outdoors florally sort of scent. Flormand, love it. Yeah, flormand, my probably my favourite genre, as long as it's not too mond and probably more on the floor. Not on the floor, like, but you know, flair. Rich says I'd sell the Dime Blonde and a Douce Amir. Oh, hold that thought, Rich. Let me try them on skin. That is really nice. I was thinking from the way you described it, it would be too sweet or too gourmand for my taste. Right now it's not. Has it got heliotrope in it? That Iris Silver Mist is jumping off my arm and getting in the way. So I'm smelling it like this. But the Iris Silver Mist really smells, it smells like the silk note in Bukhara. Well, it smells like the musk and the iris, but the silk note in Bukhara specifically. So Iris Silver Mist smells like silk, like real silk. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, Dulcimere, really like that. It's gone from cake to floral, but also fruit cobbler, but with a delicate, very new, like gently nuanced and delicate, not big heavy gourmand, not ridiculous, not sweet and syrupy. Yes, sweet, a little bit sweet, but kind of light. Like a really good baker or pastry chef would make a dessert that's very, very light, so you can eat loads of it and not feel full. So yeah, Douce and Mia, I'm liking that. It's really nice. And now we've got another Serge. We have Samajest Rose. Samajest, is it Samajest Do Rose or Rose? I might have smelt this before somewhere in the shop. I've seen it in the shops before, but I have never had a sample to properly try it. It sometimes reminds me of lemon meringue. That makes sense. Talking about the Douce Amir. Right, so Samajest Rose. Have you heard about the new Papillon clay? Yes! Just popped into my head recently. Yes, Ty. I was talking to Liz just yesterday, and I think she's going to send me a sample of it. So yeah, very excited. Probably won't be my cup of tea with sort of leather notes and horsey, you know, smell of horses and stuff, but anything Liz does, I am here to, I'm well up for trying for sure. Right, Samajest, I'm going to move this armour over here because it's the Iris Silver Mist is taking over. So it actually could be described as beast mode at the moment. Okay, so this is an unmistakably rose perfume. It feels like there's some freshness, whether that's coming from a rose or whether it's coming from an added touch of citrus. So there's a kind of like sharpness, that's a fresh sharpness. But I also feel a denser, more velvety plush rose at the same time. Very full-on rose, but I like it. I think if you like Stella Rose, Stella Rose Absolute, which was amazing, the original formulation was so beautiful. Full-on proper rose. What else is there in here? I don't know. I don't pick up on, and usually roses get shoved with patchoulis. If there's any patchouli in here, I'm not getting it at the moment. I smell a little bit of something clean in here. It could be that the rose is just a touch on this, or a part of the rose is, sorry, my phone, I've got 20% on my phone, so we are, I might be able to plug something in. Got a lot of comments. So many comments. Right, Lizzie says, I was going to film John's emotions tag tonight, but this is a nice excuse to sit and have a cup of tea. So, sorry, John. I do love a Smurfygurly live. Thank you, Lizzie. Claire will probably love the new Papillon since she's totally into horses. Oh, Cherie, yeah, that makes more sense. Am I labelling my strips? No, I'll be able to figure them out. Ty says, I'm excited, very excited. I've recently discovered that I like a leathery horse fragrance as well. Yeah, definitely should be excited. Kate says, meant to finish keen on Salome and Anubis. Sorry, I think I missed your last comment. Sorry about that. I think I might need to get Anubis next time. Kate says, I'm leather curious. I love that. Anubis is leathery, isn't it? I wonder how it will differ. Sounds like it will be a cleaner, soapy scent. Yeah, she's put in a note of the soap that you use to clean the saddle with, I think she said. So there's going to be her own leather note, which of course will be different from leather notes from other perfumes, because we know Liz does things her own way, which is, yeah, so it's going to be nice. and she mentioned the horse's meadow sweet breath. So I think we're going to get some, I wonder if we'll get a touch of grass or hay or a little wildflower or something. Yeah, it's very exciting. Okay, Summer Jest. Maybe I would describe it as slightly soapy, but it's quite rich. It's quite a rich rose. I think if you like the Ellie Saab, the one that's discontinued the private collection rose, and if you like, as I said, Stella, if you like really full-on roses, this is nice. I'd like to test it on skin. So Summer Jest Rose, and then we've got two left: Opium Secret and SDM. SDM. I don't know what SDM is. Rich, are you still here? I can't remember what you were sending me. Jimbo says Rich always has such interesting fragrances. Yes, definitely. So Opium Secret, we'll do that, and then we'll see if, I think SDM is probably another Serge. Oh, Santal de Maestro, yes. Right, we're going to do the Opium. So this is Yves Saint Laurent Opium Secret. So I'm expecting something that's going to smell a little bit vintage, I suppose. Vintage. I know the men's Opium is quite spicy. Don't really remember much about Opium. I don't have too many memories of Opium. I might have had a small bottle of it, like a miniature or something. Wow, this is strong. Wow. Proper vintage smelling. I might see if I can plug something in to keep this battery going. Oh, one sec. Right, let's see. Yeah, so this Opium Secret, very, right, what do I reckon I'm smelling? Carnation, I think. See if that will stay there. Okay. Okay. Right, we're giving the phone a little charge. It might affect the recording quality, so I do apologise. I might be quieter now because it shoved that thing in the hole. Yeah, Ty says carnation's on fire. Yeah, I get that. So it's a little, it's more than a little spicy. It's got that carnation, which carnation, if you're not familiar with it, is a little bit like clove. But to me, this is definitely carnation. Maybe there's clove in here, but the carnation is the stronger one. It's got a powderiness, but it's quite punchy. It's got that old school vintage female fragrance feel. So there's probably about 1 million notes. Definitely some florals like a jasmine, or I think an ylang ylang would make sense. Something, yes, old fashioned, like pot puree, and all the makeup. Like a dusty dressing table with pot puree on it, and carnation powder, sunflowers that are quite punchy. Maybe something like an aldehyde, but I don't know. But definitely something that's a little bit sharp and vintage feeling. Hairspray. It's very much one of those old school female fragrances. A lot of myrrh, I guess, but must be good. Jimbo's got the notes. Thank you, Jimbo. We've got mandarin orange, bergamot, lily of the valley, red myrrh, marigold, jasmine, amber, opoponax, patchouli, and vanilla. Oh, so no carnation. Big fat red myrrh. Yeah, I can't. It's hard to vocalize and tell you that. I'm not going to lie and say I can smell any of those things. This is just the epitome of a vintage 90s or maybe earlier 80s, probably 80s, late 70s, early 80s fragrance that nowadays a young person would say that's a grandma smell, but actually if Amouage put it out, people would pay hundreds for it. It's very rich and interesting. For me, this is the sort of fragrance that would wear me, so I wouldn't necessarily feel that comfortable wearing this. I would, I'd wear a little bit on my wrist or something. Wouldn't be afraid to wear it, but it feels so big. It feels so dominant. Very, very vintage. That's really all I can say about that. So, out of everything we've smelled, I think it's probably the one I'm least likely to wear. Thicker than a whale omelette, says Rich. So we're going to finish on Santal de Mysore. I can smell it already. I can smell a good sandalwood. Oh yes. Oh yes. Kate says, remember when there used to be potpourri shops like with big glass containers and scoop? Yes, you're so right. Opium was my mother's smell. It's so familiar to me. It's all her. Em says we still had shoulder pads in '92. Right, sorry, itchy face. Right, okay. Let's talk about this. Santal de Mysore. Oh, it's like a combination of sandalwood, quite a rich sandalwood, with a rubbery smell. That's what I'm getting at the moment. There's definitely more to it than that. A little bit ashy. Yeah, a bit of an ashtray feel. And this rubbery feel. Don't know what else. Something a touch sweet in there, but what that is, I don't know. Something a little bit sticky, like a sticky resin. Rich says I get warm spice from this. Yeah, I see that. And resinous, would you say? Scott says bonfire. Like, is that your experience of, you know it, do you, Scott? For me, it's, yeah, it's a little bit smoky, like almost like a touch of T-Rex smoke in there from Zoologist. I don't know if there's Cade in here. If there's Cade in here, that would make sense. But if there is, it's only very small because that can really take over things. It's a skin magnet. And yes, I've sniffed it, says Scott. So Scott gets bonfire from it. I can see it. Initially it was cigarettes, ashtrays, but now it really is like full on proper smoke. And rubber, I still get a little bit of burning rubber maybe now, rather than, initially it smelled like rubber, like normal rubber, and now it smells a bit like burning rubber. It's very interesting. I'm not sure, it feels like it could be quite a beast. and another fragrance is going to be a little bit obnoxious and kind of wear you. I'd say this is very bold, and if you like things like Zoologist, T-Rex, this is not as impactful as that. This is not as crazy as that, but I'd say it's sort of in that direction. There is that, like, something really sweet and nice in here though at the same time, almost like a milk chocolate. But mostly it's bonfire and burning rubber. Very interesting. Not something I see myself wearing. I would be afraid to put this on my skin because I have a feeling it would be so strong, so beast mode, that it would drive me crazy, because I just don't like things to be too strong. But I really wanted to try it, and obviously, you know, Mysore, we all want the best, don't we? But actually I preferred the Santal Blanc much more. Valentina says styrax and benzoin might add to the sweetness. Oh, okay, that would make sense. There's definitely an underlying sweetness there, but yeah, the sweetness is lovely, but the smokiness is a bit much for me, and maybe a bit dry for me as well. But interesting. Not gonna. I would not say it's bad. It's not my taste, because it feels so strong. It also feels so dry. And generally, I like a hint of smoke. I like a little incense smoke, a little, you know, a little nuance of a wisp of smoke here and there, but not full on. I don't want to smell like a campfire or bonfire or anything like that. It's fairly smoky, yeah. So yeah, that I think concludes all our samples. I might just, I haven't labelled them, and they're probably going to contaminate each other, but I'm just going to pick up what I can find and quickly see if I remember what's what. I think, oh, this is probably not going to work. I think there might be Carabosse, which is the aldehyde one from Juliet Rose. No, that is. Yeah, this isn't going to work because I don't know for sure. So, but that's Opium Secret for sure. Very bold vintage smelling ladies fragrance. Don't know what that is. Yes, so remembering what any of these are. So they have all changed because I can't really pick out what's what on any of them. There's definitely an aldehyde. There's two aldehydic ones here, and I like them both. One's much more. This might be Diamond Blonde, you know, but I don't know if it's out. I don't know if that one was aldehydes, but yeah. Okay, I need to revisit all of them because I'm not doing anything any good. And that's the smoky one, so we know what that one is. I think that was all of them. Yeah. So that's my. Just go back to the beginning. That's what I unboxed earlier. Black Rose Musk from Juliet Rose Perfumes. This one was the one that was on my wish list, and I have it here, and I absolutely love it. Not smoky. It's sort of, it's resinous, musky, sweet rose with a bit of a spicy sort of feel, but not too spicy. More like maybe just a bit peppery. But also could be described as a little bit like a potpourri in there, but not too much. Anyhow, I really love it. Really nuanced, really interesting, and different, and very affordable, about the £60 mark for the 30ml. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Rich Mitch, for sending me the samples. I sent yours today, so I followed your example and got on with it last night. And same if Liz is here, Same for you, I did yours last night as well. So they are winging their way over to you. I only had second class stamps, so you know, take a couple of days. And yeah, thank you Rich for the samples. They are awesome, loads to test on my skin now. I'm really excited to test them on my skin. The Douce and Mia, and I think the Dime Blonde I'm really curious about on skin. And Iris Silver Mist, very strong and really reminds me of Bukhara from Gallivant. Silk, it smells like silk. Silk smells like musk and iris and carrots and silk. So okay, so those of you that love Iris Silver Mist, you need, I can't say it, it's not actually easy to say Iris Silver Mist. You kind of want to say Misk. If you love Iris Silver Mist and you struggle to get hold of it, then I would say you need to test Bukhara. I'm not saying they are the same, but there's quite a similarity. I feel like the silk note in Bukhara is almost like they took the silk note from Bukhara and elevated it in Iris Silver Mist. So that's it. Thank you so much everyone, and I will see you all soon, hopefully. Bye.